Skinlab, Defiance, Potential Threat, The Ghost Next Door, and also members of Monster God. So, welcome and thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Today I'm going
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
yeah, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Happy Friday.
Yes, indeed. Happy Friday, everybody.
So, when we give.
Yes.
How's it
Hi
going?
there. How's it going, Mark?
Great, great.
Good.
So, yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. Nice
Thank
to
you
see
for
you.
having me.
So, I guess we'll just leave it up to you. Let us know what you've been up to with the ghost next door. And I'm going to mute people that are bringing in noise.
Hold on.
Okay.
Am I in? Am I on?
You're in. You're
All
on.
right. What? Well, around the end of last year, we kind of disbanded for a minute. I didn't feel that things were going well. We have a certain way we like to do things, and things weren't. We tried to like accommodate everybody and in their schedules and their needs and everything, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So we kind of disbanded for a minute, and uh, kind of around the same time I had started, or sorry, I'd like just been finishing up like pre-pro demos for our new records and stuff. So I kind of put the band on hold. We had no idea this coronavirus thing was coming. So, I just put the band on hold because the project I was about to embark on was just going to be so incredibly difficult and time consuming. That plus the day job and everything, that it was kind of, the timing was right. So I was just wrapping up the pre-pro demos. Kind of, we put the band on hold, and um, just started like plugging away at that, and I've been working on that since I actually started doing drums the beginning of this year. And right now I'm working on vocals, and there's it's gonna be we're actually doing like kind of a volume. And our did the Use Your Illusion things 1 and 2. We're kind of doing something that's in the same vein where we release one record, and then a couple months later we'll release another one. But all the songs are written, and yeah. So right now I'm working on vocals, and we got Aaron, our the guitar player. He's tracking at his place. They just had a baby, so he doesn't want to kind of expose her possibly to the germ or whatever. So he's been recording there. We didn't have a drummer at the time, so I actually did all the drums myself on Tune Track on Easy Drummer, and it actually came out sounding fucking amazing. So I'm real pleased with that. Not to mention, we didn't really have. I mean, the way things were going with the band at the time, it was like there would have been no way we would have been able to do this because it was just so disjointed, and people. One guy was in like literally five bands, and another guy was just like constantly being pulled away for work and stuff. And I get it, I understand and stuff, but we wouldn't have been able to do this, to learn that many songs and work out all that stuff. So I did it myself, and like I guess right before the pandemic hit, we hired on a new bassist by the name, and she's really
Sorry,
good.
Gary.
Yes.
You cut out right when you said the name of your bass player. Can you repeat
Oh,
that?
Naya.
Naya.
She's from Portland. She's fucking fantastic musician, great gal, and so she started working on her stuff. She's gonna be coming down next month to track her bass parts, but she's been like working on all her stuff. I send her like the pre-pro demos, and she sends it back to me with like her bass parts on it, and I say yay or nay or whatever, and we've worked it all out, so she's ready to go. Um, and we were still kind of searching for a drummer, but because of the pandemic, it was just like, it was kind of like a fool's errand. It was like nobody's really thinking about joining a band right now and stuff. There's nowhere to play and whatnot.
Mhm.
But fortunate
Don't
for
you
us, our former drummer Sebastian, he decided to give it another go with us. So we're happy to have him back. So yeah,
Okay,
so
great.
we're once again whole. In my opinion, he's the perfect drummer for this band and stuff. And
Didn't you have Andy Gailey on playing drums for you for a while?
yeah, we had Andy for about I want to say 6 months or something. Not that very long.
Mhm.
Me and Andy go way back. I got nothing but love for Andy, but it just wasn't working out. Just leave it at that.
Got it.
And yeah, so we're just plugging away and waiting for things to start happening again. As far as like playing out and everything, who knows when that's going to be.
Right.
But we haven't fucking jammed as a unit yet. Kind of like doing everything remotely.
Mhm.
But the timing for the pandemic, plus the timing of Aaron's and Sasha's new baby, the timing couldn't have been better in a weird way, because it was like I couldn't really be doing much anyway because I'm working on this so much. So yeah, so that's what's up.
All right.
Just waiting for this thing to pass and then fucking
Yeah.
like things going again.
Right.
But I'm keeping busy.
Yeah, it sounds like you're running around super busy. Tell me more about, you said you work for Dunlop. Tell us about what you do there.
For Dunlop, I got like the cush job at Dunlop, yeah. So I remember when they first, I saw an ad for, I guess it was on Craigslist for their, help wanted ad, and I just kind of wanted to get on the ground floor. So I was like, I'll do anything, right? Do whatever you want. And the HR gal at the time was like, yeah, I don't think that you'll really like doing factory work. So just hang tight. We'll see what's what. And I kept like bothering her. Like every week I would hit her up and say anything. And then one week she's like, the perfect job just opened up for you. And I came in, I interviewed with my boss and Jasmine, who's Jim Dunlop's daughter, who's the COO, and a couple other folks. And I think that was the first interview I did with like multiple people. It was very strange, but it went well and I got the job. And basically I help with a lot of whatever they need, but my main job is quality control for the string department. So basically I test guitar, bass, mandolin, banjo, ukulele strings. That's pretty much what I do. So I mean, literally play an instrument most of the day.
That's
So cool.
awesome. Yeah.
That's got to be fun.
I'm actually a professional musician in a way.
Fucking jealous, dude. That's killer.
So cool.
So, I've done different things. Obviously, I don't go plink, 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 next, plink, plink, plink. I like, put them through the motions and everything. So I've written parts sitting there. I've gotten better at playing sitting there. I've been working on my fingerstyle bass and everything. And I'm trying to get more than a paycheck out of it and stuff. So
Now, if you create a lick while you're at work, do they own that lick? Because at my work, if I start writing a program, all of a sudden the company owns it, and I'm like, damn.
That's a good question, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Proprietary. Can't take it with him if he leaves.
Yeah.
How long have you been there, Gary?
I've been there for about 4 years now.
Okay, quite a while now.
Yeah.
Okay, and all their manufacturing is here local?
Yeah, it's in Benicia. So they got like 7 different buildings, I think, up in Benicia. And they have like the string department, and they have electronics, and they have shipping, and then they have like the offices where they also next door they make the picks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Billy's son works there. He does the injection molding, if I'm not mistaken, right, Bill? There he is. He's muted. Well,
you're muted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got.
Yes, it's been there for a while. I guess guessing for 50 years they've been in business or something like that. Jim unfortunately died a couple years ago. Jim Senior. So now his kids run the business and stuff.
Okay.
But they're great to work for. They really like give a shit about their people. So it's
That's
nice.
great. That's wonderful to hear. Awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of hearing stuff, Gary, I was gonna play your video for Dead World.
Nice.
Thanks.
Any comments or any background for
Sure. So Dead World is a kind of a dystopian kind of theme song, you know, think Mad Max, stuff like that, you know. Kind of
I like it.
yeah, after the shit's gone down kind of thing.
Mhm.
It kind of starts, the video starts with some still photos. I didn't want to, all that kind of stuff costs money, you know, to get photos, and then to, like, there's a nuclear explosion at the beginning. You had to pay for that. So when I went for photos, I had to go find one of those royalty-free sites. So I got some of that, and Mike Sloat did the video, and he kind of messed with the filters a little bit. But it's just supposed to be like a bunch of different things at the beginning that are like, you know, representative of like famine, greed, illness, drug addiction. I had so many different photos I sent him. He kind of ended up picking the ones in the end, but I just sent him like a bunch. I'm like, any of these will work. So it's just kind of like these societal ills, and then the societal ills go to the big nuclear blast, and then it goes into the video. And the video is kind of, it was kind of the whitewash of the video was supposed to be kind of a reflection of us playing in the. I mean, it didn't, you know, we didn't have a huge budget. But the vibe of that's supposed to be like we're playing after the blast, so everything's all bright and lit up and stuff like that and washed out.
Okay. No, it's really good. It's really
And
good.
then all the vocals are done with just me separate from the band, and it was supposed to be like I'm kind of in a cave or in underground or somewhere where, you know, where everybody has to be to survive this blast kind of thing. Yeah, so there was a concept to it that just came to me, you know, just like any of my stuff, my record titles and everything, you know, sometimes I'll think about it a little bit. Sometimes I'll just pop in there, and that was kind of like an idea that popped in there, and we were able to kind of make it work. You know, Mike's great at what he does, and we love working with him, and we had a good time. So, yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll play it right now. And this is a single off of your last album, right? The Feast for these. Okay.
A Feast for the Sixth Sense, yes. Out now on Ripple.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
We must fight for the mother, not bury her in shame.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Love it, man.
Awesome. Good shit.
Thanks. There you all are. There we go. Bunch of hair farmers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for playing that. Thanks.
Really. Awesome. Noble Brothers, you guys on? I think I saw you or heard you.
Hey, my brother had to take that.
Oh,
Maybe.
Killer video, Gary.
Thanks,
I
man.
just unmuted myself.
Oh,
I've
there
always
you go.
thought you guys were like the Bay Area Gojira.
Thanks. That's a great compliment. Thanks, man.
Yeah, fucking. I always love your diminished chords, and obviously, I think you've influenced the Bay Area and a lot of bands more than you fucking know, brother.
Well,
For
thanks.
many years.
Back to
a
the
lot.
Paisley best, even.
Poke it
That's
up.
between me and you, though.
I remember Gary from Sacrilege, BC, man. Still one of
That was my
the
first
original
show.
bands.
Wow. Yeah.
That was my first show.
I was 14.
Sacrilege, Death Angel, Ulysses Siren, The Mad.
Was that like one of the Metal Mondays type thing, or?
Yeah, it was actually Marco Segueta's 18th birthday.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think he only
Fucking
sang one
old.
song, if I'm not mistaken.
Why? Do you remember?
Because I think the other guys sang the rest of it.
Yeah. He wasn't their first singer.
Yeah. Because, I mean, when I met them, it was like Dennis was singing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Uh-huh. What's
Yeah,
that?
They did get Mark
right,
later.
right. Gotta get the pretty guy.
I saw Death Angel at Ruthie's long before Mark came along. Oh,
Everything you did at Ruth was
That's
at
cool.
Ruthie's, Mike.
pretty much. That's
I
why
missed it.
I met Gary there years ago.
Yeah, I met probably all of you there.
I think Gary was like 15 years old or something. I was 18.
Yeah,
I didn't come into
was
the
a little
scene until
kid.
it was called Keisha's.
Oh, really? Keisha's? Wow.
Yeah, Big Daddy Spencer.
I remember Big
yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah. Our first show, it was with Attitude Adjustment, and they walked in and beat up the owners, and the show was over.
Shit.
Oh, gosh.
So, what's a little context on that?
Yeah.
What's the story with that? What actually happened? Do you know?
I think Attitude Adjustment was wild and drunk, maybe. Kids.
Is that when Andy Anderson was singing with them, or before that?
Oh, no, it was Kevin.
Okay.
Was Chris Contos in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just a young kid, man. Like, holy shit. Us and Snow White.
You're still a young
Oh,
kid.
wow.
Yes, I am. As long as I wear Vans, 21 forever.
There you go.
I love it. All right. Thank you, Gary. So I guess let's
Thank you.
move on to the Noble. Wait, your brother's not there. So let's move on to Mike Noble from Legendary Potential Threat.
A new album last year, just right before this whole COVID thing, and we were supposed to go on tour and War Curse, and I was super stoked for that. We all were, of course.
Right.
And getting on the bus and doing the Europe tour, like they had all the dates booked. There was a festival, I can't remember which festival it was. Super stoked to Europe since 2011. And yeah, I remember when COVID hit. What was that, February or March? February. And then we're like, well, it should be good by May. Like SARS, remember SARS? SARS only lasted like what, a month? Not even a month. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna blow over. It's gonna, and of course it didn't. You know, and we're like, fuck. We had to cancel the whole tour. And that was some heavy shit, you know.
Yeah.
And Damien too. You know, he's in debt. You know, he got sick too. So, you know, so
yeah.
So stopped. World stopped, you know, and it's just, yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Just hopefully, you know, I'm hoping next year, you know. The way it looks, I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but the way it looks is like, who knows?
Right.
But you know, I'm trying. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys are good, though.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone here is good. I mean, it's
yeah.
And having Will Carroll come on a couple of times, you know, talking about it, and you know.
Yeah, that's heavy. That was cool.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad he shared his story, because the more, you know, people like in the scene that share, hopefully, you know, hearing his story might save some lives, because it makes it more real. So, Mike, we know you, like all of the people on this call, but there's some people that are not from the area that don't know Potential Threat. Can you give them a quick background of like when you started? Was it like the mid 80s or something?
It was like 1986.
Mm-hmm.
We like Marin County, and then we finally we played a show at the Stone with Heathen. Which was awesome, and I remember it was like, it was our first show of many shows at the Stone. You know, we got to play with Overkill, Nuclear Assault, King Diamond, and Slayer, which was amazing. So that's what really got me involved, and it's like, yeah, lead singer, different band, of course, you know, and it's sweet, Mike. That's
my daughter's guinea pig. Sorry.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
But anyway, then we broke up in like 91. I think it was 91. We started a whole new band and over to Germany and did a couple of bands over there, metal bands, because the whole grunge thing came in. And you know, a lot of it, you know, I like, you know, of course, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I wasn't so big on Pearl Jam, but I mean, I appreciate it, you know, even back then, but like, you know, it's killed metal. It's like, it just seems kind of like stupid. Like, can't we have both, you know? Like grunge and metal? Come on. You know?
Yeah.
I liked a lot of that. I couldn't really write that kind of, it's like, it's not really me to write that kind of music, you know? So it's like, but like, I mean, I liked a lot of it. It was definitely, you know, influential, but yeah, my heart's in metal, you know. I like to play metal, you know.
Right.
And so we lived over in Germany for like 7 years. We did like some big tours over there and stuff. More like punk bands and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was a different band though. It wasn't Potential Threat. It was a different band.
Okay.
And so then we came back, and then Potential Threat again. We were kind of lost with musically. We didn't know what style we wanted to do. You know, we were kind of a little more long or something like this, you know. But slowly, yeah, it's like, well, we wanted to be true to ourselves, and let's just play thrash metal like we did before. It was like we really liked playing that, and at the time it wasn't, you know.
Right.
Our heart's in it, you know.
Yeah.
In that, and yeah, we play with a lot of groove metal bands, which was cool. You know, like more new metal bands. We were like the only fast band, which was, you know, that was cool. But so then we did a couple albums and started with Old School Metal Records and did some tours in Germany. We did 2 tours. More death metal. So
Okay.
then we went out with more like the Beatles, so which was it was okay. At least we got to get out and tour, which was fun.
Mhm.
Get on the bus
Okay.
and play every night. So then
Right.
we were like a 3 player, like that guitar player, more rhythm, flute vocals and rhythm. So and like the leads too, like more harmonies. And so we got a second guitar player, and we just that band Artillery. I'm sure you guys know Artillery from Dead, which was good, and that and yeah, and then we 2 albums we did with Juan Urtiaga, which was cool. The song you're gonna play with Destroy and Dominate, it's a bit long. I remember he was trying to tell me to shorten it a little bit because it's a little too long. But I was like, no way, dude,
No, it's
just
good.
keep it
It's
long,
good,
fuck
yeah.
it, Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
But
it's
we
good.
actually
It's
shortened
good.
it.
Did you?
Well,
Yeah, no, it's good. I'll play the video.
we took out a whole part because it was just way too long. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
right on.
Should we play it now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. Oh shoot. Hang on.
That's not it.
I know I have so many tabs open. Hang on.
Just as long as it wasn't Pornhub.
I know.
No, I close those tabs.
Yeah, she got rid of that
You
earlier.
can see when I was
Yes,
putting this
yes,
picture
right.
up, I was like, can't have that, can't have that.
guys foot
Chip,
on the gas and didn't let up to the end.
Good shit.
Very nice.
Love it.
Was that a corrosion of conformity tat I saw there on the inner arm?
That is right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are local boys. I'm in Raleigh, man. They're from Raleigh.
I'm gonna have to take that out in post.
Yeah, I hope so.
Man, I didn't want to bring extra noise in, so anyway. Thank you, Mike Noble, and thank you for letting me know, you guys.
You're welcome.
Anyway, let's move on to.
Well, just a general comment, man. He mentioned about the whole thing with grunge and metal, and it was not us folks in radio. It was the labels that were pushing the change. So just so you guys know that, we were still playing metal. The labels weren't really down with it. They were pushing everything else but. Don't do anything with CMJ. They're a bunch of freaking dirtbags. People associated with them.
I went to their convention once in New York, the CMJ convention.
Yeah. Thing from those bunch of retards.
Take it, shit didn't go well.
No, man, there was an exclusion club back in those days. So 92, 93, 94. They were really trying to stamp out rock and roll and replace it with, whatever banging pots and pans crap that was out there. So a lot of us stood strong with it. Yeah, and a lot of the metal bands stayed around. So, good on you guys. But locally for us, it was CMC International. They were picking up all the metal bands that were getting kicked off the regular labels.
Chris, why don't you give the guys? I don't think they know you. You can give a little background of what you did.
Well, besides being a Marine, I went to NC State University, and we had WSOE out of New York City was the only one bigger than us. On the East Coast, we, garnered. Yeah, I mean, our coverage could cover about 1 million people, but we were the second heaviest playing radio station, and some of the folks we rotated everything. Corrosion's a local band. You guys like bands like Confessor, love those guys. They don't play much anymore, but
I remember that.
Yeah, we had the new metal scene back then, and a lot of good stuff going on. But our radio station, we rotated a lot of heavy stuff. Everybody said we were way too heavy, but we never let up on all the bands that bought us where we got to be. So, and we respected all the new stuff too. But yeah, we weren't gonna let the labels push us around.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Damn corporate labels.
Yeah.
No, I remember we got the same deal right around 92. We were Roadrunner, and they said, hey, man, you guys got to hurry, get your album out because thrash is dying or thrash is dead.
I would say at the end, it was Roadrunner stuck around for a while. Roadrunner had a lot of good bands. Interscope carried a few good bands, and on great occasion, we could get something out of Columbia, but everybody else kind of ran away from the whole rock scene.
Was dead for a while.
Then Machine Head came back and fucking knocked them all down and opened the doors for us again.
I love hearing the Machine Head. I love hearing Prong. I love all that stuff. Another band, love those guys, and
Biohazard,
yeah.
Yeah, Biohazard. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Mike Kaufman, are you ready?
Sure.
Let's talk about the comeback.
I'm hearing a bunch of noise, but
who is it? Is it Steev?
Hey.
It's me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, that was good. Anyway,
loudest grinder I ever heard in my life.
You were saying you were on Zet's Toxic Vault?
Yeah, that's kind of what started it. And shortly after that, we got offered to do a show in Milwaukee at festival out there. And I talked to the other guys in the band, and they were all into it. And we just started, working on songs and, old songs and relearning all that shit, which is, pretty big task in itself. And,
Bring it in, Billy.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, we had to fill Doug Harrington's shoes because he passed away, 13 years ago now. And so we recruited Billy Garoutte from, there he is right there in the corner. And he's breathed new life into the band, which has been a big positive for us. And anyway, so, we spent all these weeks relearning all the songs. And then, what was it, 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks before the show, we got hit with the COVID thing, so fucking it got postponed until, first it got postponed a few months, and then, we all know what's going on. It's going to happen next year, hopefully.
Right.
And we also in that time we were booking a tour with Heathen in Europe for July. We had some other shows offered, Chicago, and everything's just on hold, just like everybody else. So in the meantime, we're just working on new riffs, trying to get some new music done. And we have the same manager as Heathen, Craig and Lum, who's an awesome guy. And he hooked us up. We've got a new release coming out in October, which is going to be a bunch of old demo songs and some live recordings that have never been released. So that's coming out in October. I can't remember the label, but yeah.
Cool.
And then of course next year we'll get over to Milwaukee. We'll get to Europe and get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's really a metal or thrash metal person's dream come true. This year, it's a nightmare, but it's a dream come true with you guys. Heathen coming out with a new album.
Right.
Violence getting back together. I mean, it's like 1988, 89 all over again. So looking forward to seeing you guys. But we were talking last night on our test caller a couple of nights ago. Tell me about what you've been working on in the meantime before the reunion kind of happened with Monster God, I believe.
Monster God is my other band. We've we started about 3 years ago, and with the help of my buddy Steev Esquivel there, we got some kick-ass shows to get us started, and we got signed to AIW Records, put out an EP, and it's done better. We've done way more than I ever thought. We're just three guys getting together. Just to we never even really planned on doing any shows, but we thought it sounded good, and said, okay, let's try it, and we built up a good following, and we really like what we're doing. We're not thrash. We are considered doom metal. We're nothing like thrash at all. So it's kind of cool for me as a bass player. I've completely changed my style for this band. I use a lot of distortion, a lot of wah pedal that I never did with Defiance, and I'm loving it. I really enjoy playing with Monster God. I love the guys I jam with. We got a new album where we have almost an album's worth of material. We're planning to go back in the studio in December. So looking
Great group of guys. Great group of guys. Love you guys.
Thanks.
Awesome. I was thinking of sharing. Would it be okay to share one of these videos I found on YouTube? Is there a particular one to give a good sense of?
We got the Decay video. We got a bunch of live videos that are really good. Whichever one you want.
Okay. Here, let me share here. And then. Okay. Which one would you like to show everyone?
Just show. Let's see.
Wow, you guys have been busy. Look at all that.
I know. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot to choose from. Scrolling.
Just play the Decay video.
Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, that was the one I was previewing. Yep. Oh, Mike's talking, so okay. Yeah, let's do it.
That was fucking sick.
That was awesome.
Brutal.
I love that.
Brutal.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I had a test call. I think. Whoops. Oh God. Hang on.
Steve, don't leave us now.
Who?
Sorry about that. I was chatting with Mike Smario, who's in your band. I think he had a previous
is he on?
engagement. So he was gonna try to join, but I don't think he's gonna make it. But yeah, it was good catching up with him because I knew him from Castro Valley High School. We went to the same high school and together, so it was good to see him.
He was going out to dinner with his girlfriend, but
Yeah, but yeah, it was nice to see him. And I always think of Mike when he was like 16 years old or something, like floppy, like long blonde hair. So when I saw the video, I'm like, oh yeah, I could see it's still him, but it's been a long time. So
he's got no hair now.
I know. He had this beautiful, super light blonde hair, so it was great. It was great to see him, though. So thank you for sharing that with us. It's really cool. I like that sound, and looking forward to. Actually, we have so many videos on YouTube, so I'll have to check them out after we're done.
Very good.
Cool.
Totally.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Billy for a little bit.
I'm subscribed now.
Oh, good. Is Billy still on?
I'm here.
Billy's there.
Hey, Billy, let's hear from you. Let us.
Billy's way back there.
Can you hear me?
He was in front. Yeah, there you are. Billy.
We're having a secret conversation behind the scenes, Billy and I. Yeah.
He's tuning guitars back there.
What's going on? Guys here?
Hey, yeah, we could hear you. Wanted to see how your experience with playing with learning all the Defiance songs and playing with Mike and the guys, how that's going for you.
It's awesome. I'm, they were one of my all-time favorite bands back in the day. So when we approached me about joining the band, it was a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
So worked on the material for a while, and like Mike was saying, we were getting ready to go to Milwaukee. We had 2 weeks, and it just felt like being in a car driving 100 miles an hour and then just slamming on the brakes but not hitting the wall. Just been a bummer.
Yeah.
How
were you guys friends before, or how did you end up in the band?
Go ahead.
I kind of was acquaintances with these guys like in the past, but I never really knew them. And Serena, my wife, knows Steev, and we moved to Petaluma, and I'd opened up a guitar shop, and we needed somebody to remodel the shop and remodel our house because we had bought a house in Petaluma. And Serena, my wife, suggested Steev, so we had Steev come out and do all the work. Amazing work, by the way. And we just became close friends. Then I was at Toots, and somebody suggested that I go see a band called Monster God. So I went to Toots, and lo and behold, I had no idea Mike was the bass player. And I approached Mike outside, and we just kind of started talking and going through shows. I started becoming a fan of the band, and we would bump into each other here and there at shows. And then Mike approached me, and shortly after that, there was no really talk about it. Steev just said, "Welcome to Defiance," and I didn't really debate that, like, okay, started working on the material, every day.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for this virus to end.
The songs are easy to play, aren't they?
No.
Yeah, I have to say, Billy's put in a lot of work into learning the Defiance songs. Learning Doug's stuff is not a hard task, especially with us being, we live close together, but we all have our different lives and schedules, so it's really hard for him and Jim together. So big props to Billy. You know, he fucking
Steve
of work.
Steve just said, Billy, just think of Peter Frampton and Eddie Van Halen, bro. You'll be fine.
And Bud Light. If you've had a Bud Light in your hand, it'll probably be a lot easier. He had a Bud Light in his hand.
Nah, but I'm totally honored, man. I still kind of pinch myself. It's just sort of
Don't do that.
these guys as friends, but
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty exciting to think what's going to happen when everything cracks open, and we're all able to start doing our thing again,
Right. Yeah. No, that's a cool story of how it came together. I just love it when it works out like that. It's like, I know a guy, and then it just, it's fantastic. And Billy, I've seen your name over the years. I mean, what bands have you played in prior to?
Well, I have my own band called Cultural Warfare. We've been around for like 12 years, trying to make a name for ourselves, just locally.
Okay.
Had a band before that, a death metal band called Sarcosis. It's just been a bunch of local bands.
Uh-huh.
But I've been around the scene for years, but I was always the shy guy that would stand in the back of the room, and not really any of these guys. I got a little older and really wasn't too afraid to say hello, But I'm a fan of all these guys' bands, they're all monster bands.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure are. We're so lucky to have had that experience 30 years ago, and now we have a second chance, and hopefully you guys will be able to play again and stuff. But yeah, it's really amazing. It's really kind of a dream come true for rock fans, thrash fans, that all this is kind of happening. But that, like I said, kind of crappy timing with the COVID thing, but just with Defiance and like the new Heathen album and Violence, I mean, it really is a dream come true. So
I just think, I'm trying to stay positive with it. I have good days and bad days, just not knowing what's going to happen. But I think everyone's got, if everyone just stays positive and keeps working at their craft, I think a whole new wave is going to happen. It's going to blossom like stronger than ever. Everyone's going to have all this built up angst, and I think it will be relentless,
Right.
It has the potential to be amazing, yes, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a tidal wave. It ain't going to be just a little wave, It's just going to.
Right.
It'll be like all those babies born when New York went black in the 70s, right?
Well,
yes.
We're doing that. It's like without people like you, we'd all just be sitting in our rooms wondering what's going to happen, but you're keeping people connected. I think it's great.
Awesome. Yeah, no, this has been really good. And we were kind of chatting last night about this. Yeah, it's been really good after I finish one of these, and everyone just feels good because we're not physically in the same room, but just kind of swapping stories and kind of having a drink and just catching up a little bit. Because sometimes, I see these guys at shows and stuff, but usually it's so loud and you're like, hey, hugs, and then pretty much that's it. But just sit down and have an actual conversation, have the time to hear the stories and like about how you got together with these guys. It's really priceless. So
it's like a water cooler moment, right?
It is. I really appreciate it. So yeah, and thanks for everyone's participation. So I hope everyone is having as much fun as I am doing these.
Oh, God.
Oh, this sucks.
I can't remember the last time I went to a show or went to even a bar or anything. So this is like the next best thing, right?
Yeah, that's great. It's just like, at these shows, sometimes you see like people at the bar like, oh, there's like Kaufman, I should say hi. And then maybe like you get a chance because everyone's so engaged, but it's kind of nice to get everyone's attention and like be able to ask the questions, and, you have the time to be able to kind of articulate your story and be able to tell it uninterrupted. So it's a treat. It's a treat for everyone here too.
Is anybody going to see that Metallica thing at the drive-in?
I was supposed to.
I would love to.
Yeah, my wife wants me to get tickets. Is it still available or is it sold out?
I don't know. I haven't checked it. There were still tickets available last week.
Everywhere.
All right, cool.
Are you going to Gary? Are you going to the Solano drive-in?
I'm going to the Concord one.
That's Solano, right?
I'll be there, Gary.
That's gonna be
Man,
insane.
I'm really wondering what that's going to be like.
If
It'll be interesting and kind of badass, probably.
my
Depending on what you drive, right?
we had no intention of going, but my sister like hit me up one day and she's like, I bought tickets for the car, so she's bringing her son, my nephew, and so yeah, she's like, we got room in the car, so me and Becky are gonna go for sure. I mean,
Gary, I have a question, bro.
yeah, what's up, homie?
Will you wear your seatbelt?
Probably.
I'm wondering what's the deal? Could you get out of your car and
Well,
like kind of no?
I don't
No.
know. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Really.
Not that like
When
tailgate.
All I
are
know
those
is I'm
shows?
not
Is it-
driving, so I'll be able to sit there and chill. And
I'm just thinking about the times that I gotta fucking piss, man. Once I get going, dude, it's gonna be nonstop.
Make like a reverse camelback
Yeah,
backpack.
Dude, I mean, what do we do? Tour style Gatorade bottles?
bring a
my
jug.
God, go for
Bring a fucking empty water jug. Yeah.
that.
those
Depends.
shows anyway? Those drive-in shows
Oh,
for
there you go.
I
Metallica.
got my wife a shirt. Can you guys see it?
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
wait, you're gonna use that as a diaper?
It
Do
will.
that.
Killer.
Yeah, I'm right back. Speaking of peeing,
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, was that
No,
Steve?
no,
Because
cool.
he's next.
Yeah. And Gary's not taking us with him, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, I think from what I've seen, the rules are like you're not supposed to congregate outside your car, but you could go to the restroom and stuff like that.
Right.
For those
Got the
other
snack
drive-in
bar
shows.
and stuff like that,
Right, but you're not supposed to be like hanging out like outside the car.
Right.
Like
The
you.
rules. I read the rules. You can go to the snack bar, the bathroom. Other than that, you got to stay in your car.
Right.
I mean,
When is that coming up for the Bay Area? When are those shows
When?
coming up? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Oh.
They're all
Whoa.
tomorrow. They're all tomorrow. There's a shitload
Oh,
of
wow.
shows.
It's Toronto, and it's going to be, I guess, at a bunch of drive-ins all over the country. Or something. I'm not sure
Oh, okay.
where
There's
they're
one in
actually.
Pleasanton. Yeah.
So it's going to be a test for metalheads on a big scale, I mean, I'm really hoping everyone represents good, and so it can happen more often, because it's an awesome idea. But it's like, I think if anyone, Metallica probably has the most classiest fans out there, so I don't see like major pits going outside of the car or anything like that. But
It seems kind of
I'm curious to
ridiculous.
see how it all pans out. And obviously, as the godfathers of metal, taking the first step to something like this is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Right,
wow,
I mean-
I guess I'm not going.
that's right. It's tomorrow.
Check your
Yeah,
messages.
crazy.
Make
You didn't
sure
know that.
you
You have
are.
tickets, huh, Gary?
I
Tickets for
still
sale,
have
but it's
tickets, so I don't even know. Yeah, I remember it is tomorrow, the 29th. Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay. Very cool. Yeah, I know. Randy Monroe. He's been putting on those live ones. So I know Tim Narducci plays in that ZZ Top tribute band. So they've been doing tribute bands like the Fleetwood Mask and Hot for Teacher and lots of really like top-notch tribute bands in
Fleetwood
Pleasanton.
Mask.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sure, yeah.
That's
They're really
amazing.
good. I mean,
Holy
these are top.
shit.
I mean, they're so good. I had them all on a happy hour about a month ago, and they were talking about it. So, yeah, Hot for Teacher, Tommy Mary's in that, Fleetwood Mask. Yeah, just yeah. The
Huge
ZZ
proud
Top
of
cover
Randy,
band.
man. Randy's been one of my best friends for fucking 25 years. We
Oh,
used to
really?
go out and pick up chicks in his old Pinto, and when he'd pick me up, he'd fucking I'd jump in there, me and John Gallups, and he'd go, "We're gonna get laid tonight for sure, baby," and we'd jump in this little fucking Pinto, and off we were, hitting all the clubs. But now he's David Lee.
Oh my
Randy.
gosh, yeah, he's
Fucking
very
A.
impressive. Yeah, Randy's
Yeah,
really
fucking
impressive.
A.
I didn't know him before, but I saw the videos as David Lee Roth. I think he does a better David Lee Roth than David Lee Roth does. I
Yeah,
swear.
he does a
And
great job.
And he's like a scientist. He's like a teacher too, so
Yep.
he's super smart and knows all the.
Well,
I
his
mean,
dad was a scientist also, and his
oh,
dad
was he?
actually discovered some planets. So it runs deep in the family, man. It's
Yeah,
pretty
that
cool.
guy's super interesting. Super interesting. I was so impressed. It's like, and their teacher, and then all this other stuff. So he's got a lot of stuff going on, and putting
Yeah.
on these shows too, right? So yeah, props to.
Cool.
Here, let's toast to Randy Monroe. He's like, very impressive. So, Steve,
What are you drinking there,
Steve.
Garrett? What is that?
Elysian Space Dust IPA.
Nice.
I'm an IPA guy.
I'm gonna have to go grab my watermelon beer. You guys are all drinking.
I haven't
Oh,
had a
wait.
beer. I haven't had a
Steve,
beer
why don't you
since the
go?
last
You're
show.
next. Why don't you? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
Sorry, I was just saying I haven't had a beer since the last show I played. I don't drink unless I go out.
Oh,
Yep.
Talking about that, yeah.
that's what Gary was saying.
The last
Hey,
show we
Steve,
did.
do you want to grab your stuff? Do you want to grab
It's
your
the
drink?
first
Because I
beer
think
I've had
you're
in
up
months.
next.
No, cool.
You're good?
I'm good.
Steve, welcome. So excited that you're here.
Awesome. Hi. What's up, boys?
Steve, what up?
Yeah, see a bunch of homies.
Your peeps are here.
Yeah.
We are indeed.
So, I went to your 50th birthday party show at the Metro. That was awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
That was
Good times.
Good night. It was a good night. Lots of
Wasn't it?
oh my
killer
gosh,
bands.
so good, so good. So
It was a fun night.
catch us up on Skinlab and you.
Oh boy. I think like everyone else, I have to kind of think back to when they're like, wow, okay, let's rewind. We haven't done anything since everything, went down. We had just gotten off tour, like a week home and kind of preparing for the next one, and everything got shut down. So as far as music and the band, just writing new stuff and working on video ideas to get some new stuff out there, some content, and really what we're hoping to do, because our new album just came out in November,
What a great record, too. Great
Thank
record.
you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really good, yeah.
Solid.
Thank you for all your support. So we're actually gonna do a relaunch of the album. 2021. We're thinking of some really killer ideas to present it a little differently and add some different content and kind of reintroduce the record again. It's a shame that something you work so hard on just gets kind of shut down. Your fucking wheels are spinning and everything, and the carpet gets taken out from me. And understandably,
Right.
I mean, it's music. It's all my friends may know. It's like we're kind of taking care of life and not really worrying too much about music right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm here in my room right now surrounded by guitars, so it's kind of hard to get away from music, but it's a crazy time. And
Right.
until, everything gets back on their feet, until that happens, we'll kind of stay dormant, I would say.
Okay. So I think your album came out in November, like Death Angel. I think you both had albums coming out around the same time, and then you had the tour starting like after Christmas, was it? What was it like up until, you were touring in January, February, weren't you?
Yeah,
And then
yeah. We did 2 tours,
So-
and I know those guys went over to Europe, I think, before us.
uh-huh.
Yeah, we had Europe planned, Australia planned. It was going good. We haven't toured in a while, and the few tours that we did leading up to the new album were kind of just to let everyone know that we're back. Let all the, reintroduce ourselves to the industry, and so we did that for a few tours, and it really helped because the last couple of tours we did were really, really good. And it's a shame that everything got shut down, but we're hoping to get out there as soon as possible. The offers are already coming in. I mean, we're getting offers all over the place right now. Our agent just called me today, so but it's a little crazy. I don't know. I'd like to see a I'd like to see some stuff work before we get out there. We have a hard enough people drawing people as it is to our shows, let alone something like this. I'd hate to play a fucking, a movie drive-in theater with 5 cars in there. It wouldn't be too fun.
Oh.
So
with 2 cars.
It's a different world for the smaller bands out there. Maybe there'll be different ways like this, like what you're doing to help us, get our name out there. So
yeah,
different avenues we're gonna cross and accept them as they come. So pretty cool you're doing this. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So when you were on tour, was it like a club tour? Who were you playing with?
Yeah, it was definitely a club tour. At this point, we're playing anywhere between 2 and 5, 6, 700 capacity clubs. And our first tour we did, we went out with, we were actually the support band for the tours that we went out and did. First one was opening up for, Bleed the Sky on their comeback tour.
Okay.
And then, that was a good 4-week run, and then we immediately jumped on tour with the band called King 810, which one of our favorite bands. So that was really cool, and just getting to do that and sink our teeth into the stage was kind of really cool. And just fucking before you know it, it's over. You're on your way home.
Game over. Okay, so I was gonna play a video. So Venomous, that's your latest album. So the Amerikill, that you had one video from that album, is that correct, or am I?
Yeah, we had a visual video for a visualizer video for Overcoming that was released. But yeah, that's our first official video, and many more to come. We actually did a portion of that video ourselves as a band. I bought a bunch of cameras. The band bought some lights and everything, and we have the eye for a lot of things. So we're starting to do our own videos, and every single member of the band grabbed the camera, and so what you see the band performing like we did ourselves, and we had an outside director help bring in some kind of storyboard stuff, storyline, excuse me, and pretty cool to collaborate with someone and just kind of get the freedom to press play and just little ghetto effects we call it, but it works for Skinlab, and we love it.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, to kind of dip your toe into that world, because usually it's like we'll let the other, but no, that's awesome to kind of go outside your comfort zone. And
so we'll be doing the next Monster God video too here real soon. At that right, Mike.
Looking forward to
cemetery near you.
Oh yeah.
When you coming up for that?
Get ready. Okay, I have it.
So good. Yeah, I love that. So good.
So
Good.
sick.
Oh,
That was
badass.
so good.
Thanks,
You
guys.
see everything. I just love that shit, man.
Oh, thank you guys.
Knocked it out of the park with that shit, man.
It's fun,
Badass.
man. It's fun doing your own videos and kind of.
Well, especially when you guys have your own people doing it. That's what's incredibly badass. Like, I'm a photographer, so I understand. Like, wow, that's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, believe me,
It's really
I'm
good.
sure the guys souped up our stuff because, we're just beginners. But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, art is art. Some of the coolest videos I like, were like those Nirvana videos and stuff like that. Where what I was told, like, dude was just fucking messing around. He had no idea what, obviously he knew, but
It just shows artistic abilities, like
Yeah.
visually and musically. So it's badass.
yeah, it's fun, man.
Really
So
like
we'll
that.
be doing more stuff like that, and maybe try to do some, try to
I
get
will
out
say
there.
I was getting. Oh, sorry,
Good
man.
video, Steve.
No, all good.
Great song, man. Great song.
Yeah, I was getting like
Thanks,
a body count like meets Sepultura attitude type vibe.
Those
Yeah.
are sick.
Fucking sick.
Exactly. That's
Good.
that's a good one. You heard that new body count, man? That shit's fucking dope.
He's gonna
Yeah.
quote you, Jeremy. Steve's gonna
Fucking heavy, man.
No, it's a good point. I mean, I'm sure it's very gratifying too to see your interpretation, because sometimes I'm sure you pay someone to put something together and you're like, oh, can't wait to see the video, and you watch it and it's like, oh, okay, and how much do we pay for this? Type of thing. So I'm sure it's so
Sure,
gratifying to be able to do this for yourself
Yeah.
and to learn something new at the same time.
Now that's
So,
very impressive. That was very impressive.
yeah, I think so
Everyone's
too.
doing their own art. That's kind of what we've been about lately. Is kind of just letting everyone do their own thing, and people, even down to management and stuff like that. It's like, do your thing, man. Fucking have fun. If you're not gonna have fun, why do it? At this point in our career, because we've had so many ups and downs before, where we're kind of maybe just should have been a little easier to work with.
Hindsight, right, is 2020. So, so you're talking about club shows and who you've played with. I mean, if in the perfect world and everything was fine again, I'm like, who would you like to tour with?
Oh God, so many bands. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of everyone. Down to the heavy metal rock genre to really super heavy stuff. But obviously, we'd love to get out there and tour with bands like Machine Head and Sepultura and stuff like that. We're just trying to do some footwork. Right now it seems a lot of our fans are doing a lot of the talking for us. We kind of let them voice their opinions, because we're not ones to get out there and beat people's door down and punish you to get a tour. That might be that might be the reason for the lack of our tours, because we don't do that, but I don't know if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. But there's so many bands out there, so many bands. Hey, before we go, sad, because obviously we would have loved to tour with, Power Trip. Huge shout out to those boys, and Riley and his family and everything. I mean, it's just horrible to wake a couple days ago to find out that news. Bands like Power Trip and fucking Kublai Khan and stuff like that. I mean, they've just inspired Skinlab hugely on the new album. So it just sucks to see some of the new generation, so young and pass away.
Oh,
shout out to those guys, Power Trip.
Yeah, shout out to Riley. We actually watched. I think you were just joining or about to join the call, but I played. Steve, did you see the Body Count collaboration? Riley collaborated with Ice-T on the Body Count.
I did, yeah.
We watched that earlier. Really cool. And then he and he had some other interview I just posted on my Facebook page for some magazine, and that kid was just so introspective and just very thought provoking and very progressive, very liberal. Seemed like a good guy and was just starting out. So it's just so sad. I mean, it really, after I watched that interview, I just really felt more heartbroken, of what a loss, that was. So.
Yeah, such a young dude. A little story here. He was one sometimes I'll reach out to bands that I really, really dig and just say, hey, how you doing? I really dig your band. And he was actually one of the dudes that replied. And I told him how much of an influence they were on one of the songs that we were writing. And he was actually pretty responsive. So it's cool. Very cool. You always love when that happens.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, he seems really
Take
like
a
a
chance.
real guy. Yeah, I enjoyed their music, but never really, looked for any interviews or anything. And then I was, kind of interested, so I was looking around and I saw this, and it had just been done in July, so it was pretty recent. They were touring in Asia when this whole COVID thing happened. So he was talking about his experience when he was in Thailand and all these places in Asia, and how they were dealing with it, and it's fantastic. So Steve, I'll ping you the link so you could check it out.
Yeah,
I think
please
you'll really
do. That's
enjoy
crazy. The bands were stranded out fucking somewhere away from home and like just that far. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, they made it back, but they were
so many different elements to this fucking mess. It's insane.
It was interesting. The interesting part of his interview was they were there, but they kind of dealt with it first, Asia. So they kind of really knew what they were doing. They were talking about the body temperature checks as you walk through. So it was very organized, and everyone was wearing masks. No one was fighting it. So he had like huge respect and just how organized and, and just the people, how careful and, how it's not like how it is here, So yeah, I'll let you watch it and then make your own kind of
I love all that stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. But yeah, it's a huge loss though. All right. Well, thank you. Time is it? 7:22. So yeah, we're kind of getting to the end. Have any of you guys been doing any of these collaboration things? Because I have 2 videos. Maybe I wanted to play if anyone didn't have any more questions or anything to share. Phil Demmel just posted one. They did the Mother Earth.
Fuck yeah.
That was awesome.
With
Oh,
Rudy
by the way,
Oh my god.
it was amazing. So we could play that. And Mark Osegueda, he did the Mother Love Phone, the Chloe Dancer one. That was released, I think, yesterday. Has anyone on this call done any of those collaboration type things? Or
Well, ironically enough, I'm actually involved in a project right now. I can't say who, but we were doing Chloe Dancer.
No.
And I wake up on the news yesterday and I see them doing an amazing job. Probably still do it. It's going to be put on something special, so can't really talk much about it, but that was pretty ironic. But hey, Phil Demo's fucking killing the game right now.
He is awesome.
All kinds of collabs. Yeah, fuck, I'm down.
Yeah.
I've been asked to do a couple. One of my buddies, we were going to do an In Flames one, and he ended up finishing it himself, and it's fucking badass. So, hey, if this is the way we're going to get out there and be able to communicate to our friends and our fans, I'm all down.
Yeah, no, we would love to see you out there. But yeah, people seem to be very responsive because I guess sometimes because it's familiar music, a song that people know, sometimes people aren't that adventurous. So it's like, oh, I'll check out this because it's familiar. So maybe that's kind of why it's kind of popular, because it's something familiar. And so it's kind of comforting, right, in a way.
And you can step out of your element and not be like kind of shot in the foot. Sometimes, I mean, I have to start new bands just so I don't water down Skinlab, And now you can kind of just jump on a track with a homeboy and bust out, the lightest Tool song and not get killed for it. So, or
I'm gonna quote you on that.
That's cool, Steve.
Steve, I love it.
Hey, anyone that knows me knows I'm a softie. I love.
He's a softie. It's true.
I like it all. I mean, I'll go from Possessed straight down to Mother Love Bone, the softest song. So.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Hey, what? There ain't no shame in that shit. It's called being eclectic.
Yeah, no, Temple of the Dogs changed my life.
Oh.
I remember, man. That's all you would talk about.
That's right. I was sleeping on your carpet.
That's right.
Actually, Faith No More, I think, changed everyone's life. Right? In the Bay Area. If I could retract a little bit, because you're from the Bay Area. I mean, and most of the people are here, but like, the heavy scene really didn't come back until, and I think we're forgetting one band, Release, Machine Head, right?
Mm-hmm.
started this new scene again. They kind of brought back what we're the wave that we're all riding right now. You know, I think Faith No More came in with and like kind of shut everything down. Fungo Mungo, Professionals, all that stuff. You know,
I remember
came in and shut all of our little thrash shows down. You know, you know, half of us. I mean, Defiance, we used to draw girls. You know, then all of a sudden we're like, hey, there's 400 people here, but it's all guys. Where's everyone at? You know, and they were all at the Fungo Mungo show down the street at the Berkeley Square.
Right, so we used to get Mungo to play with us. So you know, if you can't beat him, join him, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just Damien goes.
No, I love Fungo Mungo. I still love him.
Yeah, Fungo Mungo's awesome, man. I have that album.
Hey, Mike Noble. Let's not forget. I used to jump in the van and freaking travel with Potential Threat, man. I loved you guys back in the day. Those were some fun times, bro.
You sang with us on in Santa Rosa, you remember?
Yeah, dude. I used to go I'd go down there on the weekends and like travel with you dudes to some shows and shit, man. That was killer.
Fuck yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That was a good time, man.
Yes, sir. That's what makes
Very
us.
cool. Very cool.
Dude, and then we seen each other in Germany, right?
Yeah, with Machine Head. You're on tour with Machine Head.
Crazy. Yeah, fucking A.
That was cool. Yeah, Thomas, remember? Thomas?
Yeah, yes,
Thomas.
sir. Yeah.
That
Yeah, so you were talking about your band because you and Kenny had another band out there.
Right?
No,
we had a different band, but like
yeah, it wasn't Potential Threat.
Or Cologne, Germany, and seeing you guys. That was cool. It was awesome.
Was that 97?
Yeah.
Yes.
The second album, Machine Head's second album.
That was amazing.
It was, oh man. Yeah, Machine Head's like probably my biggest influence, man. They so influenced me, like to step up to the mic and sing. It's like, wow, Rob Flynn, man.
Yeah, totally. Wait, what? You could do that? Shit.
I know, right?
Let me try that. I was like, Mike, give me your bass.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm bringing up the Phil Demmel. I'm bringing up in case you guys haven't heard it, his latest, the one that they released this morning. So I'm going to play that for you.
Oh, cool.
You mean Marta Demmel? Dude, she kills
Oh my
it.
God, Marta!
She kills it.
Yeah, I know. She totally killed it.
I know.
Coming on the YouTube.
I texted her
Holy
after this.
crap!
I'm like, oh my God, girl, you nailed
She's
this
awesome.
She's been killing it for a while.
Wendt.
Bleeding through is fucking brutal.
Yeah, yeah. You're awesome.
I'm so psyched for the new Violence. I'm really excited for the new Violence. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. That's a
new Violence.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The Dexterity song.
I'm so happy for them all. Yeah. Perry,
yeah, me too.
Fucking Dean Dell left though, man. That's weird.
What did Dean Dell leave?
He left because of his job. Job he couldn't go on tour. He couldn't go to Australia. He couldn't go do all those dates with us, all that. And so his job is he had such great benefits at his job. He works for the Muni in San Francisco, so he couldn't give that up at all.
He works out here. Oh, interesting.
He's a bus driver for Muni.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I take Muni a lot, but I don't think I've been on his line. I do a trip out if I saw him.
Dude, he was running cable cars, man. He was running the cable cars and all that.
He must be senior then. He must have been there for a while. Very cool.
Violence. He's Violence, you know.
Great stage presence though with Dean though, man. He was
yeah. Shit, he waited all these years to get his new knees working. Now he's not gonna fucking.
He will be missed on that stage for sure.
It's not Violence without Dean, man. That's just, I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel.
Not the same thing. I agree.
It's not the same without Dean, yeah. I agree.
I'm sure it's gonna be killer.
Let's toast to Dean. I know Dean's Castro Valley.
Dean Dell. Hey, and he's a badass photographer.
Dean took our very first, the Ghost Naked Store's very first promo pictures over a decade ago. So
That's awesome.
That's
Let
cool.
me share this really
I
quick.
was in Brooklyn.
If I had one,
I did all their photographs in Brooklyn. I'll tell you later about it.
Here, let me start. Let me
No.
start new.
oh, nice. I didn't know about it.
Wait,
Oh my
I kind of
God.
screwed that up.
Shit.
Sorry.
Cargo in there, man.
That Rudy's cargo?
Mother, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. Looking back in history's books, it seems it's nothing new. Oh, let my mother live. Heaven is
That's good.
Wow,
really
that was
cool.
amazing.
Amazing.
God.
I love that song.
Oh my God, I loved it.
I loved it.
Fucking amazing.
All-time favorite guitar player.
I got that queued up for later. All right, good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm like teary-eyed over here.
Yeah, it's really moving. It's so good.
Very moving. Awesome. Amazing, man. He's a great guitar player.
One of my favorite Ozzy songs, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
And then to have Rudy on there, that was badass.
Yeah,
So
fucking
badass.
Rudy Stars. What the fuck?
I know. It's
Yeah,
sick.
fuck, man.
Fucking God.
Cool as
Pretty
fuck.
fantastic. What I feel. Remember James a couple of weeks ago feels like I need to kind of put that down. It's so much work. It's so much, to coordinate everything, and then it's just like every week it gets like bigger and bigger.
Right. I know.
He does.
Then he pulls
He does
this
Diary of a Madman. I want in. I want in.
It's like,
I know. That's all.
yeah, shoot.
Yeah, if he does a Skinlab song, I could do it. I don't know shit
I
else.
don't think Marta can do a Skinlab,
Oh my
And who's
God.
that drummer? Is that the fucking Dream Theater dude?
Yeah, it's Mark
Yeah, it's a
Portnoy.
God, that guy just kills it everywhere.
Every time.
Yeah, he's amazing. Let me see that other one. Hang on.
All right.
I have the weakest platter here. I think I do. My God.
All right, guys. Well, I got to run. I got to be an adult today, this evening. I know. Dude, I got to go shopping, crap, and charge the
You got
car.
a
and
shower?
that's stupid.
What?
No.
Who's leaving?
Think of you, buddy.
Bye, Jeremy. I know.
All right.
I'm
Adios,
not
guys.
in the pool, man. Later, buddy.
You're not in the pool. I know.
I know.
Now, I'm just going to have to think of
How
you,
many
Wendt.
times I ran to the bathroom? You never, like, oh my God, where is he? Where is he?
Well, I mean, if you're peeing in your own pool, that's fine.
Well,
Just
I
don't pee
know.
on the floor.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Okay.
All right, later, y'all. It was fun.
Later, buddy.
Later,
Bye,
man.
Jeremy.
Nice to meet you, Willard. Hey, take care, man.
Later, buddy.
Later.
Right on. Later, bro.
I'm gonna play that Chloe Dancer for anyone who could stay, because I think it's needs to be heard, and it might give Steve some ideas.
What is it?
Chloe Dancer, the Mother Love Bone song. Mark
Oh
Osterley.
yeah, I saw that. That was good.
No, it's really, really good.
Mark is an amazing singer, man. He's a great singer.
Fucking, he's come so far, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm glad the Silver Circus didn't work out.
Those lessons never learned, and you know, Chloe does the tables in the French Quarter. She's always been given, so I can't always make her laugh, and I'm proud to say, and I won't forget the time spent laying by her side. Time spent laying by her side. And dreams like this must die.
Steve, mute your phone.
Yeah, that was killer.
It's really good.
I like it.
I like it. What's up?
Really good.
Really good.
Mark Osagata, man. He's the shit.
Really good. Hey, Willard, Phil Demmel and Charlie Benante now need to get together
Oh, I know, huh? Well, geez.
because those are the two that are doing all those ones with all those people. So they need to get together and do their thing.
For sure.
So yeah, so
I'm
thank you guys for
I have no-
joining and participating. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Mark.
It's been great to catch up with you all. And wanted to,
Yes.
Very badass.
of course,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, and
Yeah, thanks,
so
Mark.
all these will be, I think I need to do some post editing of this recording, but we have the Mosh Mag Magazine YouTube channel that all these recordings are uploaded to. So if you want to check that out or subscribe to that, you
Nice.
could get all the past ones. They're all there. So, and this one will be there after I edit
Edit down the
all
bullshit.
the parts in it, but yeah, so have a great weekend. Also, I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys are probably Mordred fans, but have you guys checked out Scott Holderby's Acting the Fool show that he does?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I saw a couple minutes of it. That's it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. So I told him, I said, oh man, it's so good because Scott and those guys were on a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, it's like a variety show. So Mordred always plays, which is, awesome. So Mordred plays, he usually has a comedian / MC. He has some burlesque,
Oh,
chick
you were
burlesque.
talking about that. I
And
remember
it's
you
just so
talking about
fun.
that last he was on,
Yeah,
Cool.
and then he has an
check
interview
it
with some artists. So he had like Matt Camacho, Craig, like just different local people, but just not a group setting, more like a one-on-one. So it's like a old-timey, like I said, vaudeville hee-haw kind of thing, but with a Mordred twist.
Great
in it.
idea.
So
Yeah.
it's called Acting the Fool. So I think he does.
I know about it.
Killer.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. It's really good. So and yeah,
I'm
so
not on
have
the
a great week.
computer much these days. I'm on my work computer recording and editing, but I'm like kind of out of the loop as far as that kind of is concerned.
I mean, if you're looking for entertainment, but yeah, no, but I know you said you've been like so busy between your day job and this, but yeah, no, more power to you to like stay in your zone and stay creative and, get it recorded and stuff. And it sounds like
Get
you're kind of in
done.
the zone. So thanks for
Can't
taking a
wait
break.
for y'all to hear it. You guys,
Can't wait.
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Really,
Yeah,
really am.
too.
So
It's like,
A lot
man, there goes Scott, my buddy.
different angles.
Scott from Software Direct is logged on there. Right?
I'm sorry, who
In
was it?
time
Mike?
for us to end.
My ear.
What?
Oh no, my
Huh?
my fully charged AirPod. It takes about 2.5 full hours and it goes dead. So I'm sorry. Who were you plugging, Mike? Go again.
Scott from Salt Earth Records is logged on. Am I cutting out?
You're okay.
Okay.
You're okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Mr. Riley. Promote to Riley.
oh, yeah.
Riley, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm off
Hey,
here.
have fun at the Metallica show for those of you that are going, and yeah. And please
I'll give you
check
a report afterwards.
please.
I'll bet we can watch it online anyway.
Hey, if you're in Arizona and have tickets, you can go. I can't go. So.
Oh, I saw that.
I would.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Please report back.
But-
Please report back. I'm seeing.
And
I'm gonna skip. So
yeah,
James,
hope
I'm
to
gonna
see
skip. We'll be skipping next week because it's
it's a Labor Day holiday, so and Mark and McGee was supposed to be playing up in Petaluma, so I wanted to go to that show if they're still playing. I don't know if they're playing, but
There's actually shows going on.
I know, right?
Where is he playing?
he's playing at that brewery up in Petaluma. What's it? Lagunitas. He was supposed to be playing or something like that.
Crazy.
Real show.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. It was listed, so I'm sure it's like a distancing thing. But with the fires and everything and the COVID, I don't know. But he did say he was playing, so I'll send you guys the link. I'll have to see if it's been updated.
Oh, Mark, I said hi. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Monster God, we just booked a show. We just got asked to play the Maryland Doom Fest for next year. I mean, we're talking 10 months down the road, so hopefully everything will be cleared up by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It will be.
I hope so too. I hope so too. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks, you guys. Thank all the mics and. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Stay safe.
Have a great weekend.
Mark.
Billy.
Yeah. See you, Gary, everybody. Mike.
Bye,
Phil.
guys.
Thank you, guys. You have a good weekend, you guys.
Thank
You
you.
too, Larry.
Take care.
Take care.